As you are able, will you please rise?
Good morning, soon-to-be graduates, parents, families, and friends, and welcome to the 139th commencement for the Pettit College of Law at Ohio Northern University. I am Melissa Bauman, president of ONU, and I have the privilege of presiding at this event. To begin our program, Elena Bishop, graduating today, will give the invocation. Please remain standing if you are able for the invocation and the singing of our national anthem, which will be led by Emily Ryder, also graduating today. Elena?
Let us pray. Dear Lord, we thank you for this day, and we ask for your hand to be upon us and our families as we celebrate our hard-fought milestone. Thank you for the support of our families, our friends, our faculty and advisors, and each other as we have worked through the rigors of law school. We have worked hard and endured much, and we thank you for the strength and determination you have given us to make it to this moment. We invite you, Lord, to join with us in this place as we celebrate the end of this journey, and we look to you for your favor upon us as we prepare to embark on our next one. We ask, Lord, that you would enable us to stay true to our dreams, to reach beyond ourselves for greater things, to discern, with your help, what is right and good and just, and to use our gifts and skills wisely and in service to others. May your grace, mercy, and justice be our guide and light our paths. In the name of your Son, we ask these things. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars o'er the perilous night, o'er the ramparts we hailed, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red flame, the bombs bursting in air, gave through to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Thank you. Please be seated. More than any other university event or program, Commencement has a special and symbolic significance. We have dressed in our academic regalia, hung the ONU seal, lined the platform with the flags of our students' countries, and flanked the platform on either side with the flags from ONU's academic honorary organizations. We are here today to celebrate student success, applaud academic accomplishment, and to confer upon our students the degrees they have worked so very hard to complete. Although our primary purpose is to pay tribute to the students who are graduating today, we also come together to recognize the collective efforts of so many: faculty, staff, parents, family, and friends who have supported our graduates' achievements. Ever since 1874, when the 11 members of the first graduating class received their degrees, the campus community has gathered to celebrate and share in this time-honored tradition. And today we are celebrating the 62 members of the Pettit College of Law class of 2024, who will soon have their degrees conferred and who will then join the nearly 34,000 graduates who make up our proud Polar Bear family of alums. The members of the class of 2024 have a bright future ahead because they have received an excellent education from an outstanding faculty. Faculty members are at the very core of our enterprise. They are dedicated teachers, respected scholars, and caring and exacting mentors. They provide extraordinary service to our students while challenging them to make the most of their educational opportunities. Will the ONU faculty please stand and be recognized? And would everyone, especially the graduating students, please join me in expressing our appreciation to them. Administrative and support staff at ONU also serve our students in important ways and extend student learning beyond the classroom. Will they please stand to be recognized, and please join me in expressing our appreciation to them as well. Support staff. It is now my pleasure to introduce the platform party. As their name is read, each will rise and remain standing. Please hold your applause until all introductions are made. Ms. Elena Bishop, student offering the invocation. Where are you? Ms. Emily Ryder, our singer. Dr. Brian Ward, Associate Dean of the Pettit College of Law. Ms. Kate Gibson, student speaker. Dr. Juliet Herdig, Provost. Ms. Katrina Thompson, ONU Board of Trustees. Judge Stephanie Haynes, our honorary degree recipient this morning. And Dr. Charles Rose, Dean of the Pettit College of Law. Please join me in recognizing these individuals. It is now my pleasure to introduce Ms. Katrina Thompson from the Ohio Northern University Board of Trustees, who will offer you a welcome on behalf of the board.
Good morning. On behalf of Ohio Northern University Board of Trustees, I am delighted to welcome you to the law commencement of the class of 2024. I have the honor of serving on ONU's Board of Trustees. We are a group of 21 dedicated individuals who are responsible for ensuring the quality and stewardship of the university now and into the future. Today's joyful event honors you, our soon-to-be graduates, for successfully completing your degree requirements. The trustees recognize that you have worked hard to reach this milestone, with some of those years more challenging due to the COVID pandemic. The trustees are very proud of your accomplishments and determination. I also want to thank your family members for their support and congratulate them as well for sharing in the joy that this day brings. Welcome to all, and congratulations again, soon-to-be graduates.
Thank you, Katrina, for your welcome and for your service to the university. And now I am very pleased to ask Dean Charles Rose to introduce our commencement speaker.
Good morning. Oh, let's try that again. Good morning. There we go. We are excited and humbled to welcome back home today to ONU Law the Honorable Stephanie L. Haynes, class of 1995. Her life has been defined by service to our country. I invite you to review her bio in our program. Her many accomplishments include service as an Army Judge Advocate, Assistant United States Attorney, and commissioned service in the U.S. Air Force West Virginia National Guard. She became a United States District Judge in 2019 after a 94-0 vote supporting her nomination. That tells you everything you need to know about this ONU lawyer. She is the embodiment of personal integrity, fidelity to the Constitution, and to the rule of law, a true ONU lawyer, Judge Haynes.
Well, a very good morning to all of you, and most importantly, congratulations to the Claude W. Pettit College of Law Class of 2024. Today marks what will probably be your last in a long procession of graduations, dating back to preschool, elementary school, high school, and college graduations. But as you sit here today, whether you are the top of your class, the middle, or the bottom of your class, you are a lawyer. You did it. Congratulations. I'm truly honored to be here, and it's hard for me to believe it has been 29 years since I sat in the very seats the 62 of you are sitting in today. What a truly awesome adventure is awaiting each and every one of you as you embark upon the next chapter of your lives with your law degree in hand. As I was considering what to say today, I began to reflect how I, as well as probably each of you graduates, as well as everyone in the audience, are able to define our lives based upon time periods or chapters of our lives that have greatly impacted who we are today. Our childhood, teenage years, and early adulthood shaped the first few decades of our lives. Likewise, major events have already and will continue to alter and wholly change our course in life. For example, I can define my life before I was married and my life after I married Scott. I can also define my life before I had children and my life after Mackenzie and Tanner were born. In addition to the life-changing events of marriage and children, I, like each of you as members of the class of 2024, will have your life before you had a law degree and your life after you obtained your Juris Doctor degree. And for each of the 62 of you sitting here today, this life-changing event is happening right now, and this next chapter of your life starts today. Now, during my 3 years at Ohio Northern, I spent long hours thinking and dreaming about what I wanted to do when I left Ada, Ohio, and began my legal career. I'm sure each of you graduating today have had similar thoughts and dreams. I had decided that my goal was to return to the very rural area of Somerset County, Pennsylvania, and become a prosecutor. Little did I know that an event right here on this very campus in the Tilton Hall of Law would profoundly change the entire trajectory of my planned rural Pennsylvania legal career. Early in my third year here at ONU, I was going to dinner with a group of law school friends, and a few in the group wanted to stop by the law school and listen to a presentation about being a military lawyer. I really had little to no interest in going to this presentation, but dinner afterwards was the selling point for me, since restaurant food would be much more appetizing than the Kraft macaroni and cheese that my roommate and I would probably have been cooking up in our apartment on East Lear Avenue. So off we went to the Celebrezzi moot courtroom, with those of the group interested in the presentation sitting up front, and myself and the others in the back row waiting for a quick exit to head to dinner. As a then third-year law student sitting in that back row, my legal career was launched in a way I never could have imagined. As I began listening to the presentation on becoming an attorney and an officer in the United States Army, my plan of returning to my hometown to practice law all but disappeared. At 25 years of age, during that very presentation, that was the first time that I seriously thought about military service. At that point in my life, I had never been on a military installation. I had no idea about military rank or etiquette. I had no idea about military training. And I had no idea what being a military lawyer involved. But I knew, after listening to that presentation, that I wanted to be a part of something that was so much bigger than myself, an organization that included persons past and present who were willing to sacrifice their own lives to preserve the freedoms I had taken for granted for the first 25 years of my life. So on September 17th of 1996, I raised my right hand and recited the oath of office as my father pinned on my first lieutenant bar as a direct commissioned officer into the United States Army as a military lawyer in the Judge Advocate General's Corps. And for more than 24 years, I proudly served as an officer and JAG attorney in the Army and the Air Force, and had the honor, privilege, and pleasure of serving with the finest, bravest, and most selfless men and women I have ever met. And I also graciously and humbly recognize that my career as a federal prosecutor and my current position as a federal judge are directly connected to my time in uniform in service to our country. Now, I share this story with you not to say that tagging along with friends to a presentation that you aren't interested in is a way to start or further your legal career as a lawyer. No, I tell you this for a much more compelling reason. As you start this next exciting chapter of your life with your law degree in hand, always keep your eyes, ears, mind, and heart open to unforeseen and unanticipated opportunities in your legal career. The law is a profession full of choices. Choices about whether to be a criminal or a civil litigator. Choices about how to best represent your client. Choices about where to file a lawsuit. Choices about what to argue to a jury. The choices we make as legal professionals matter a great deal and require care. However, never lose sight of the choice you have in how you achieve fulfillment for yourself and be of service to others by the career path you choose to pursue as a lawyer. While I believe this is the best piece of advice I can give you as you prepare to leave ONU and begin your legal careers, I do have some other pearls of wisdom for you that will hopefully help you to mold and sustain success as a lawyer. Very early in my legal career, it was suggested to me that I write down some aspirational principles I intended to follow as I embarked on my legal career. At the time I wrote these tenets down, almost 30 years ago, little did I know I would refer to them regularly and implement them repeatedly. Each of these principles have significantly guided and assisted me throughout the entirety of my professional career as a young first lieutenant in the Army JAG Corps, as a seasoned colonel in the Air Force JAG Corps, as a federal prosecutor for the Department of Justice, and currently as a United States District Judge in the Western District of Pennsylvania. I actually had these very principles with me at the United States Senate confirmation hearing, just in case I was asked by one of the senators on the Judiciary Committee what standards I believed were important for a federal judge to follow. I share these takeaways with you as each of you begin this new and exciting chapter of your life. And while each of these suggested tenets do not specifically speak to legal research, legal writing, or advocacy skills, they are self-explanatory suggestions for success. Always employ unquestioned integrity. Always do the right thing, regardless of the personal or professional impact on yourself. Always utilize outstanding listening skills to determine the requests and needs of the person speaking to you. Always ask questions to better understand the situation, as well as your responsibilities in addressing the situation. Always be open and receptive to other person's ideas and suggestions on how to deal with issues and problems. Always pay attention to detail. Always be accountable for your mistakes. Mistakes do happen, and they will happen. Never choose or ignore to fail to address a problem out of fear others will not like you for it. Never ask someone to do something you wouldn't do yourself. And finally, never believe you are too seasoned or too good to undertake any task or assignment. Your time here at ONU has prepared and equipped each of you with the academic tools to be a lawyer. Your conscience, your courage, and your character will guide and direct you to succeed as a lawyer. I will conclude with the eloquent and powerful words of Maya Angelou. Success is liking yourself, liking what you do, and liking how you do it. Thank you.
I want to thank our speaker for her suggestion to identify aspirational principles and to always be open to unexpected opportunities in your legal career. Thank you. And now it is my pleasure to introduce our student speaker, Ms. Kate Gibson, who graduates with honors, magna cum laude. Kate's undergraduate degree in accounting is from the University of the Cumberlands in Williamsburg, Kentucky. At ONU, she has served as both a staff editor and articles research editor on ONU's Law Review. She completed her judicial externship at the Floyd County Circuit Court Division, located in Prestonsburg, Kentucky. This summer, Kate will be relocating to San Diego, California to pursue her legal career, joined by her 10-year-old daughter, 6-week-old son, and yes, and her husband, who serves in the U.S. military. I am truly delighted to invite Kate, the top student in the class of 2024, to speak on behalf of her classmates. Kate.
Thank you, President Baumann, for those kind words, and also thank you for the pep talk this morning. I certainly needed that. Good morning, fellow graduates, esteemed family, beloved friends, and cherished families. I've already messed up, everybody. Let's start over. Good morning, fellow graduates, esteemed faculty, beloved families, and cherished friends. Thank you all for being here to celebrate this momentous milestone. Thank you also to Dean Rose and Provost Hertig for asking me to speak this morning. When Dean Rose initially invited me to do this, I asked if he thought we should hire a translator because he was asking an old hillbilly to get up here and speak. All jokes aside, I am deeply honored to be able to speak on behalf of this class. This opportunity has allowed me to reflect on our past 3 years together in such a meaningful way. I reflected on who we were 1L year. We entered this school with a mixture of excitement and trepidation, and certainly a healthy dose of fear. We nervously navigated cold calls, learned to cope with an intense workload, and had our intellect challenged in a way we never thought possible. Since then, we have evolved from timid first-year law students into confident young legal professionals who are no longer passive recipients of knowledge, but rather active agents of change in the legal world. We have become leaders of student organizations, justices of the Moot Court Board, members of the Law Review Editorial Board, all in addition to taking advanced courses. The hardworking spirit of this class is simply remarkable, and I am truly inspired by our growth over these past 3 years. But while I could stand here today and speak about the incredible perseverance, hard work, and dedication that I have witnessed from all of you during the time we have spent together, I do not believe these attributes will be your greatest contribution to the legal profession. I come from Eastern Kentucky, a place rich with community and filled with a helping spirit. When I moved here, I feared a sense of community was something that I would leave behind. I can certainly say that that fear was unfounded. We have spent countless hours together, from late-night study sessions to lively classroom discussions, from moot court competitions to planning school-wide events. During these moments, we offered help, support, and comfort in times of shared stress. We celebrated each other in times of success and accomplishment. We learned from each other in times in which we were uncertain. We have supported each other not only through the perils of law school, but through all of life's curveballs. People we did not know just 3 short years ago have become people who will stand next to us on our wedding day, our honorary aunts and uncles to our children, and people who we will consider lifelong friends. For the many of you here who do not know me, I came to law school with my then 7-year-old daughter. She attended many of my classes and many events with me over the past 3 years. Professor Veltri actually said she had better attendance in his class than some of the students. I will never be able to properly thank my classmates for the kindness that they have shown her. For every event that was held, she was invited, included, and thought of. When I welcomed my newborn son just 6 weeks ago, my classmates again did not hesitate to rally around me, and they offered me class notes, provided my family with meals, and offered to help me in any way possible. As a mother myself, I know how wonderful it is to hear that you've raised good children. I want to thank all of the parents who are here today, and I want you all to know that you have raised wonderful people. Our community within the class of 2024 is a mosaic of diverse perspectives, backgrounds, and aspirations, yet united by a common dedication to the principles of justice, equality, and service. We all have such unique interests and have chosen different paths for our legal careers. I know that the day will come when a client graces the threshold of my office with a legal problem that I am unequipped to solve. What I look forward to in that moment is the ability to confidently say, I am unable to help you, but I know someone who can. What I believe will be your greatest contribution to the legal field is more than your intelligence, but rather it is your character for compassion, kindness, and your eagerness to help others that will make you outstanding lawyers. Ruth Bader Ginsburg once said, "Whatever you choose to do, leave tracks." That means don't do it just for yourself. You will want to leave the world a little better for you having lived. I know that you have each left tracks on my life. I'm confident that you will continue to leave them along your journey throughout your careers. Congratulations, class of 2024. I cannot wait to witness the impact you will have on the world.
Kate, I am going to judge by the reception you got from your classmates that you've left tracks on their lives too. Thank you very much. Now would Ms. Katrina Thompson, Provost Hurtig, Dean Rose, and Stephanie Haynes please join me for the conferral of the honorary degree. The Honorable Stephanie L. Haynes, guided by your intellect and integrity, you have distinguished yourself in service to the legal profession and to your country. After graduating from Ohio Northern University's College of Law in 1995, you were commissioned as a first lieutenant in the U.S. Army and served in the JAG Corps. You then became an assistant U.S. District Attorney in the Criminal Division of the U.S. Attorney's Office for both the Southern District of West Virginia and the Western District of Pennsylvania, while also serving as a JAG officer in the U.S. Air Force with the West Virginia Air National Guard. Currently, you are a federal judge for the U.S. District Court of the Western District of Pennsylvania. Appointed to this position by the U.S. President and confirmed unanimously by the U.S. Senate, you have been praised on both sides of the aisle for your experience, your integrity, your independence, and your service to the public. In addition to your duties as a federal judge, a wife and mother, you also volunteer to help people in your community who have intellectual and developmental disabilities. Your lifelong dedication to serving your country and to the fair administration of justice is truly admirable. Therefore, by the authority vested in me from the state of Ohio and the Ohio Northern University Board of Trustees, I am truly delighted to confer upon you the Doctor of Law, honoris causa, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. We are grateful to the Symphonic Band for contributing their time and talent to this ceremony this morning. The band is under the direction of Dr. Charles Bates, and they performed the Exultate Fanfare for Winds and percussion by Andrew Lawson. No ceremony is complete without our band, and we're all deeply appreciative. Thank you, Dr. Bates. Dean Rose will now provide comments to the graduating class. Dean Rose.
It's so hard for me when they give me a microphone and I have to stay on script. President Bauman,
Yeah, right.
Provost Turdy, thank you. Distinguished guests, faculty, and most importantly today, graduating students. My name is Charlie Rose, and it has been my pleasure to serve as the Dean of the Pettit College of Law for the last 5 years now, half a decade. This graduating class before us today is our gift to the world, a world that is in need of ethical, compassionate, and competent advocates. And every single student sitting in these chairs today is exactly that. They have led us at the College of Law through years of growth, change, and challenge. And throughout that time, each of you kept your eye on the prize. You ignored the drama that can sometimes engulf academic life, let alone the greater world. And you took care of business each and every day. Regardless of the challenge, you arose to meet it with candor and compassion. It's very easy to be blunt. It's a little harder to do it with compassion. And every single lawyer sitting in front of me today has compassion at the center of the way that they do business. And that speaks well for them, their parents, and the future that they are our gift to. They met adversity, they stared it down, they never blinked. Children were born, parents passed, they fell in love, they fell out of love. But they know themselves, they control themselves, and they give of themselves. They have each walked through fire and are better for the process. The flames have, in a very real sense, made them stronger. Each of them has been to the mountaintop, and they are now prepared for what comes next. And I know that all of you are going to do the right thing when no one is looking, because that's what an ONU lawyer does. Now we come to that moment, graduates, where you finish your academic journey and begin your professional one. After you walk across this stage, you celebrate with your family and friends, it's time to check the last box. The bar exam. Do you know that a third of you have committed to coming back to the College of Law during bar study just to sit with one another, to support each other during that study process? And the rest of you will scatter to the four winds, but each of you has a faculty mentor, and I know the ones that I have. And you'll be hearing from us to continue to lift you up, to support you, to answer your questions. I know that throughout your bar preparation process, you will know yourself. You'll identify the areas you need to focus on, and you will control yourself. And that's the key, put in the time. Nancy Sable, God rest her soul, used to say, if you work 3 hours longer than everybody else, your success is guaranteed. Most of the secret to success in life is simply showing up and doing the work. We've got your back. In a very real sense, you are the tracks that we leave in this world. And there will not come a time when you cannot call me or any of these faculty or any of these staff, and we won't pick up the phone. Because you matter in a way that is unique to this law school, in much the same way you matter to each other. You're going to walk through that last flame of the bar exam, and you're going to come out on the other side. I have no doubts. You're going to blow the doors off of it. I want to personally thank you as a class, because during this last 3 years, our law school has been transformed by the work that you have done. We have been ranked higher. We have received more attention. We have more applicants to our college than at any time in the last 15 or 20 years. And when people talk to me about this place, they talk to me about the people that they met that are in it. They talk to me about you, about the champions on the moot court team, the folks on the law review, the people who give of themselves in the student organizations. You have made all the difference for us, and we are so grateful that you entrusted us, the faculty and staff, with your legal education. God bless each and every one of you.
Thank you, and God bless you, Dean Rose. We will now present hoods, confer degrees, and award diplomas to the graduating class. Please note that students graduating with honors are so designated in the commencement program, and that the level of honor earned will be stated as the names are announced. Provost Hurtig, will you please commence the conferring of the academic degrees?
President Baumann, I have the honor of calling Dean Charles Rose for the privilege of presenting the candidates for the Juris Doctor.
Will the outstanding candidates for the Juris Doctorate please rise? President Baumann, as Dean of the Pettit College of Law of Ohio Northern University, it is a privilege to present these candidates for the degree of Juris Doctor.
Thank you, Dean Rose. With the approval of the university faculty and by the authority vested in me from the Board of Trustees of Ohio Northern University and the state of Ohio, I am pleased to confer upon each one of you the Juris Doctor degree with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Congratulations. And now the moment you and all your family and friends have waited for, I now invite the graduates of the College of Law to please come forward to receive your diplomas.
It's my privilege to indicate that an Ohio Northern Recognition Medal and certificate will now be presented to Emily Kate Gibson, magna cum laude, as the highest ranking graduate in the Claude W. Pettit College of Law. Mosiris L. Adams. Robert Warren Attridge III. Aaron McKenzie Bacon, cum laude. Matthew John Baldini, magna cum laude. Rebecca Rose Barkles, magna cum laude. Abigail Sarah Barnes, cum laude. William Joseph Barley. Elena Quinn Bishop. Richard P. Bogatich III. Hunter David Bowman, cum laude. Brendan Lynn Bridenthal. Melanie Ann Kane. Madeline Elizabeth Seeley. Wesley Ann Crockett. Carter Neil Daniels. Cassidy Taylor Deckling. Catherine Denise Donnelly. Laura Marie Eicholt, cum laude. Stanley Donald Ference IV, cum laude. Rachel Leigh Filozoff. Alize D. Furtado, magna cum laude. Julia Allison Gardia. Grace Elizabeth George, cum laude. Morgan Elizabeth Hale. Isabel G. Horn, magna cum laude. Logan Curtis Hughes, magna cum laude. Jordan Kathleen Janza. Lilia Margaret Cantonen. Kate Paula Kelly. Rachel Lee Kimmel. Amanda Lane Martin Nelson, magna cum laude. Brendan A. McCoy. Tatiana Yasmin Mons. Savannah Danielle Ocasio. Serena Diru Poncania. Taikihi Xavius Peoples. Hannah Elise Phillips. Alexis Nicole Poyman. Quincy R. Query. Joseph Benjamin Reed, cum laude. Antonio G. Rigoli. Emily P. Ryder. Cecilia Ann Riepenhoff. Morton S. Schaefer. Claire M. Schneider, cum laude. Taylor Charlene Senerath. Michael D. Sine, cum laude. Micah Joseph Smock, magna cum laude. Raven Lee Spencer. Dalton Lee Stewart, cum laude. Madison Sinclair Stratton, cum laude. Hannah Jean Sylvester. Haley N. Tandy. Aaron J. Thomas. Grant C. Travis II. Austin David Treen, magna cum laude. Tyler Trulock, cum laude. Magdalena Marie Wallace. Macy J. Zachary.
Dear graduates, as members of the class of 2024, you now share a proud connection with all Ohio Northern alumni. You leave here today equipped to make a difference in your profession and the country. We admire all that you have done to reach this moment, and we expect you to apply what you have learned here to achieve professional excellence, to improve the communities in which you live, to advance the causes and issues that matter to you, and above all, to lead fulfilling lives in pursuit of service to others. To whom much is given, much is expected. And to quote Dr. Seuss, AKA Theodore Dreiser, "Oh, the places you will go." You may have entered in a pandemic, but we are sending you out with a total eclipse and the most beautiful northern lights over the tundra you could have ever wished for. We have conferred upon you the degrees that you have earned, and up until that moment, either you or we could have exited that relationship. However, now that you have your ONU degree firmly in your hand, we are forever joined. You are forever a polar bear, an Ohio Northern University alumnus. I am so very proud of each and every one of you, and I wish you great joy. And now, will all the members of the graduating class please stand? Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct honor to present the Pettit College of Law Class of 2024. Congratulations, graduates. Best wishes and Godspeed. Thank you. And now, while we honor our graduates, we also want to recognize you can sit if you'd like. We also want to recognize the very significant and supporting role played by parents, spouses, grandparents, and families. Will the families of graduating students please stand to be recognized? And I suspect the class will want to stand and thank you. Emily Ryder will now lead us in the first verse of the ONU hymn. The words are printed on the back of your program. Following the hymn, I will give a brief benediction and the platform party will process out. Please remain at your seats until the platform party is exited. I now invite you to stand as you are able. I also realize we were remiss in not thanking our sign language interpreters, so thank you both. You all leave here as leaders, and your leadership has taken many forms. We lost a beloved faculty member this spring. Dr. Forrest Klingerman, director of the honors program and professor of religion. One of his friends found these thoughts on his computer, and I wanted to share an excerpt with you as you leave this place you've called home. I invite you all to please bow your head. Chasing success is shallow leadership. Serving the future and the past through a transformation of the present is truthful leadership. My prayer for each and every one of you is that you all be truthful leaders and that the world may be a better place because of your leadership. Amen.